Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. A food shortage at a U.S. military base. How does that even make sense? I'm going to jump into it here. Please hit the thumbs up for me, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. I truly appreciate it. If you want to support the channel in other ways, consider being a member. Thank you so much to all you members. I do my best to get back to you in the comments, and let's jump into this. So I found this on military.com. For soldiers at Fort Carson, food is scarce. Let's figure it out. As Americans gather for Thanksgiving feasts, or had gathered for Thanksgiving feasts, soldiers at Fort Carson, Colorado, are contending with a far less festive reality. Months, not days, months of insufficient meals, confusing schedules, and limited food options at the base's dining facilities that have ignited widespread frustration among the rank and file. Dining facilities, critical for sustaining the health and readiness of troops, are reportedly offering fewer options, with some meals falling short of basic nutrition standards. Earlier this month, the issue was exemplified by a meal in which soldiers were served a single piece of toast and a handful of lima beans for dinner. Wow. So the beans and the bread, or the toast, reminds me of the S on a shingle. So that sounds pretty fun. All right. And I don't even like lima beans. If it was maybe, some, pork and beans or something, that would work. Anyway, according to one soldier stationed there who shared imagery of the meal, even getting access to those limited rations can be hard, giving confusing dining hall schedules and seemingly random closures that make it difficult for many to access hot meals. Military.com's interviews with 8 soldiers and reviews of photos from Fort Carson facilities found recurring problems. Food runs out quickly, and portions often fall short of the requirements needed to sustain soldiers' demanding physical regimens, like running afoul of service regulations on feeding requirements for troops. Some soldiers reported and shared photos of food that was undercooked or stored at dangerous temperatures. Wow, what a nightmare. This has been a division-wide issue with the dining facilities on work days and kiosks on weekends, said one soldier stationed at the base, who spoke on the condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to talk to the press. The people who deal with it the worst are the soldiers who live in the barracks and don't have a car. Yes, true. The issue is twofold. Troops reported being served food that was either improperly prepared or unavailable by the time they reached the end of the line. Kiosks intended to replace dining facilities in some circumstances with grab-and-go options are frequently empty, particularly during peak times when soldiers finish their shifts. When kiosk shelves are stocked, they're often filled with chips and sugary snacks and other items that soldiers say fall short of the nutritional standards required to maintain physical fitness as demanded by their jobs. Frustration over food issues has prompted some unit leaders to instruct troops to document the issue, capturing photos of the low-quality food or barren shelves to escalate concerns to higher-level leadership, though it is unclear what official complaints have been filed. Wow, this is just baffling. We recognize that we've had some challenges with consistency and the quality of our soldiers' dining experiences at our warrior restaurants and kiosks. Lieutenant Colonel Joseph Payton, a base spokesperson, said in a statement to military.com, "We're committed to ensuring our soldiers receive quality and healthy meals and can take full advantage of their meal benefit they are entitled to receive." Payton added that the issue has been brought to the brigade level leadership, which is investigating methods to boost the quality of food options for soldiers. Fort Carson has 4,600 meal card holders, mostly junior enlisted soldiers who would normally rely on the dining facilities for meals. In most cases, barracks do not have cooking appliances, and soldiers are generally forbidden to have kitchen tools such as hot plates. Other food options which soldiers would have to pay for, are mostly less healthy fast food restaurants such as Pizza Hut, Dunkin' Donuts, and Arby's. In 2024, the base served food to 591 soldiers on average each day, according to data provided by the service. That number also includes meals purchased and consumed by non-meal card holding troops, meaning the raw percentage of junior soldiers living on the base who use the dining facility may be in the single digits some days. Compounding the frustration in this financial strain is the financial strain hunting for alternative food options can cause for troops. Soldiers contribute on average $460 per month from their basic allowance for subsistence, the BAS, a mandatory deduction that collectively totals approximately $22 million annually at Fort Carson. However, the base's food budget this year was just $5 million. Oh, let's do that again. So soldiers contribute an average of $460 per month from their basic allowance for subsistence, the BAS, a mandatory deduction that collectively totals approximately $22 million annually at Fort Carson. However, the base's food budget this year was just $5 million. How the remaining funds are allocated remains unclear. A 2022 report from the Government Accountability Office found that the Army does not adequately track how often its food services are used by service members. Some Army officials have pointed to soldiers using dining facilities less and less in recent years and driving decisions to cut spending. It has produced something of a self-fulfilling prophecy, with less investment in quality food and infrastructure pushing even fewer soldiers to see those food options as viable despite automatically paying for that food out of their paychecks. Soldiers have reported waiting in line for up to 30 minutes at Fort Carson dining facilities only to be served small portions that fall short of a full meal. In one instance, a soldier recounted being handed just a small bowl of soup and an apple. On Hots and Cots, a Yelp-style platform where soldiers review barracks and dining options, complaints about food quality and availability at Fort Carson are significantly higher than other installations, according to the app's internal data. However, the issue is not isolated to Fort Carson. Last year, Military.com reported similar struggles at Fort, I don't know how to say it, Cavazos, Texas, in which junior enlisted soldiers had fewer options for food as the garrison struggled to juggle a severe shortage of food service workers. Soldiers also frequently reported issues with undercooked food or inconsistent dining facility schedules on Reddit and other social media. Senior officials have often pointed to the difficult logistics in mapping out how much food to supply soldiers and getting them quality nutrition. However, it's unclear why those challenges have persisted in the force for years. Are we going to fumble? ? Yes, but we're learning. Renee Mosher, Deputy Chief of Staff, G4 HQ Army Material Command, which oversees logistics of the force, said when asked about food issues at Fort Carson in October at the Association of the United States Army Conference in Washington, D.C. That concludes it, and that's a horrible quotation. Are we going to fumble? Yes, but we're learning. Look, food, what is it? Beans, Band-Aids, and bullets or whatever? I don't remember the right order. Bullets, beans, Band-Aids, whatever. This is like one of the big three things that you have to get right. There is no getting this wrong. Your troops need food, right? Empty stomachs lose wars. So let's fix that. And it shouldn't take social media and publications calling this out. I mean, this is ridiculous. This should have been something that leadership was on right away. It's embarrassing. All right, with that, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you. Have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.